Alrighty, what is up, guys? So this is going to be the trade breakdown for my trades last night on live. I went 2 for 3 on my trades for gold during Asia. Sorry if you hear I got laundry running in the back, so that might be loud. Anyways, before I break down the trades, one thing I want to show you guys is I just made my comeback. If you guys are new here or don't know me, I took a break from trading after November to February, had my biggest 4 months in a row. And then March, I had 15 funded accounts, blew 10 of them at the beginning of March. I like to keep everything very upfront and honest because that's how trading is. And I took a step back. I was like, just had a few, very big months, take a step back, work on some other things I've been working on. And then we just got back into it on April 14th. Or April 13th, last Monday was my day back from trading these 5 accounts on TopStep. Now with the rules, I'm going to be focusing my efforts in my trading with TopStep to go to a live account with the new payout rules and all this and that. And then I'm going to go back to Lucid and Tradeify, get fully allocated with those 2 firms again, which I'm going to document all that with you guys. And I'm going to be live streaming it as well. And yeah, so came back last Monday. Traded 9 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Didn't trade Friday, and then I didn't trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then technically Friday today, it was last night, Thursday, it's trading day, if you get what I'm saying. So 9 trading days. I went 7 for 9, and then I just requested a payout across all 5 accounts, which I already showed on everything. But you guys should be able to see that right there. TopStep posted all of it, sent it to the Discord, this and that. But yeah, just want to keep everything real, upfront and honest, show you guys everything that I've been doing. Made it back, doing really good. Win rate's sitting pretty high. RR is sitting very high, and we're killing it. Another thing I wanted to point out before, I know I've been yapping for 2 minutes. Last thing I wanted to call out before I break these trade downs for you guys, all I ask is that you guys just listen to me yap, I want to shout out my boy. My technically first ever student. George, I don't forget about you. You were technically my first as well. But Ludes, I want to call you out, buddy. He's been killing it. This is technically one of my first ever students. And no, this is not PR. I'm not trying to push my mentorship on anybody. I'm just really proud of this guy. He's been absolutely killing it. Here's a few of his trades he took last night. And he's about to have his first 7K month, which is just absolutely insane. He at his job right now, I think he told me he's making like $1,500 a month, or not even $2,000 a month. So this is his biggest month yet. Very proud of him. And he for the first time he just hit. He sent me a screenshot. Oh no, he hasn't sent me it yet, but it's on his TikTok story. Let me show you guys. Super proud of this dude, bro. What was it? Ray Trade. I know him by Ludes. His name's Ray. But for the first time, he is now fully allocated with TopStep. First firm he's been fully allocated with. Had his first 5K day, first 7K month, and then next month he's planning to do his first 10K month, which is just absolutely insane. Shout out you, bro. Proud of you. Good shit. But other than that, let's get into the charts. Appreciate y'all for those 3 minutes of you listening to me yap. But yeah, okay. So, cheers. All right, let's get into this. So, let me remove all these lines. These were a few of my levels. My 668 level, I had a limit here. I'll break down this continuation play because it was the most simplest fucking trade ever. And then I'll get into the win that I called out live to the Discord and on TikTok, and then the loss that I called out live to the Discord and TikTok. And I'm also going to break down my risk management, my sizing, etc., all this and that. Obviously, my P&L is still not updated because it was last night, so I didn't trade New York, just so you know. This is just my P&L from last night. So, and then you can see 5 accounts, of course. The 668 level got edged. Believe I did call that out to the Discord as well. Yeah, I did. So, while I was waiting for this, it was at a higher time frame POI. So my whole bias here, which I can show you the sessions aspect, is I like a lot of, okay, one thing I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know a lot of you guys are trading ICT or utilize ICT as like either a model a language or a way of perceiving the market. I use ICT as just terminology and a way of following structure. I like the structure aspect of it, and I like the way it helps me read the market. I think discretion and experience is going to be your biggest edge in the market, no matter what, especially with firms. And I know I'm not hating on mechanical models. No, I'm not hating on anything like that. I don't judge on anything with models or anything like that. I think any model can be profitable in the way you either taught it, learn it, or manage it. So I wanted to take CE of this daily gap with our PDL. I knew our bias was previous day low for our ascension last night. So my whole aspect was I wanted to see midnight open, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Midnight manipulate, take previous day low. I also wanted silver to previous day low to be taken as well. So I wanted gold, since it was our leading selling commodity, to sell off a little bit lower than silver, tap us in once we took that previous day low on silver, which I'll show you that as well. We ended up taking it, which you can see here. And again, same aspect as gold, right? Both got edged. But anyways, back to gold. The reason for this is because we're in a higher time frame premium. I'm very big on support and resistance with commodities. No, I don't trade support and resistance. I don't utilize any confluences from support and resistance. Support and resistance is order blocks. ICT, like I was saying, ICT, it's all just rerouted, bro. So I like to utilize OTE, knowing when I'm in a higher time frame premium or discount, and utilizing ICT structure, or with metals especially, support and resistance, which I just utilize rejection blocks and basic higher time frame ICT structure. And you can see we actually hit this 0.79 beautifully during New York, which I know Matt, shout out to Matt, took this trade at, he bottom ticked this like a while ago, earlier this week, I believe on Tuesday, during some type of session, something like this, maybe Thursday, something like that. I know he longed that, but, oh no, it was on GC it hit, my bad. Let me show you guys, just so you get an aspect of it. So we're on the 4 hour. Again, this is the low that we're deeming protected, which I can explain that too. And you can see 687.3. 687, let me zoom in. 687.3. Okay, you get the gist of it, right? It bottom ticked, right? And it delivered like an insane amount of points. Like 100 points on gold, right? 1 mini, that's 10K. So we're already in a higher time frame discount. I'm bullish on gold in this area, and I know our draws were previous day low. So what do I want to see? I want to see midnight manipulate down, tap one of my higher time frame levels, which we had 4 hour alignment, we had our daily alignment, we even had our weekly alignment here. Like we had CE of our weekly, and then we had like our hourly, which I'm pretty sure we actually distributed off this leg. This was my other level I wanted to long, which this actually played. This is our first presented rejection block with our new weekly opening gap. So we had our NWOG, our first presented rejection block, which is our first bullish closure after sweeping some form of liquidity, which you can see we had these relatively equal lows right here. So that is the reason why I was deeming this low as protected. I wanted 668 because we had more alignment on the mid time frame, the 15 and the 30, and it was 0.79 of this hourly. So I had a lot of, you can see 668.1. That was CE of our weekly, CE of our daily, 0.79 of our first presented hourly. So the lowest premium I wanted to see price go down to, and it also had a very, very, very high RR. This was the trade I was telling you guys I wanted to hold overnight. Again, deeming this low as protected now. And then I wanted to hold that for the daily to flip because we have a lot of built up LRLR on the mid and low time frame, which LRLR is just built up liquidity. I have a PDF on it, so you can go check that out. Anyways, that got edged. Our hourly CE, which you guys saw here, this happens with a model like mine where you're bottom and top ticking, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is you get missed a lot of the times. Some entries play, some entries don't. Happens. It matters about your discretion. It matters about your risk management. It matters about how you can actually walk away from the charts. All this and that. There's a lot that go into it. Anyways, that's not the point. Let me get into the trade. So now you understand my bias. You understand my whole aspect of like where I wanted price to go. My how I was perceiving the market with the sessions, with our higher time frame, even with our daily and our weekly. I always keep the higher time frame in mind. So we can look at our daily open here. that was my bias, was to hit this level and flip on the daily, which you can see we ended up doing. Created, we had a resistance at this daily, respected it, came down into a premium of this leg, respected this continuation leg, which you can see right here. This looked like a really good entry as well, which I'm not going to get much into the alignment, but 705. When in doubt, trade 0.79 and 705. It's so goated on gold. But anyways, then we broke our daily, and then once we break above our daily, you can see that it became support. I know I'm talking a lot of support and resistance. I'm not a support and resistance trader. I don't want to say that at all. I'm like the opposite. I trade reversals. You guys saw when I was getting hated on in my live for taking one loss, and I took 2 W's, and I'm 7 for 9 since I've been back. I got a little heated, and I posted my TikTok story. Fuck your trend, okay? Fuck your trend. Anyways, so now you know everything on the higher time frame. Now, what was this entry based off of? I wonder. I took 4 micros on this. I could have held. I was like, you know what? Let's just bang out a band. 5K, just about. I actually got slippage on this trade. I'm not going to lie. It was supposed to be 1,000 on the dot, but it's whatever. And because I was like, I'm already eligible for payout. Let's just bang out an extra band per account. Take a fat payout so we can actually, make my comeback story look good. I've only been back for a week. Let's just call it. Anyways, want to know how simple this trade was? Want to know how simple this shit was? 0.79 of this 1 minute rejection block. 673.1. And my stop was at this 1 minute low. I was literally risking I think it was like $70, $60 with this because I was low sized, 4 micros. And I held it. I think I took a win, which was 580, and then I took a loss, which I was down to 400. This was like a $500 trade per account. Nothing crazy. I'm not going for big numbers this week. I was just going for consistency. Wanted to edge back, I wanted to get back in the market. I was a little rusty at first. Not really, actually. I kind of killed it, but no ego shit. But, I wasn't going for anything big. So it was literally as simple as that. 0.79 of our 1 minute RB, stop at the low. If I had gotten stopped out, what was I going to do if we're going to make a new low? Oh, reset my limit here. And then I knew that shit was going to be low of day. Simple as that. It was literally as simple as this, bro. What else do we had? Time frame alignment. Look what time did I get entered? 9:31. Now what do we have here? Our 9:30 open. So what do we have? A 5 minute RB. A 15 minute RB. A 30 minute RB. I didn't want this low to be swept. Why? Our daily is making new lows. What did we have on silver? We took my draw. When this 1 minute, and you might be wondering, why are you trading this 1 minute wick? What are you doing, you idiot? Oh, I don't know. Created this 1 minute wick when silver took our previous day low. Exactly what I said. Discretion is the biggest thing, bro. I'm telling you. Discretion and experience, bro. I'm telling you. And look at this buyback. This is a 1 minute candle. It's a 6-point wick. We took on silver. We took that previous day low, right here. It was the same time, bro. It was the same time. So I was like, you know what? So worth a shot. I'm risking $70 to make $500. Oh, if I get stopped out, boo-hoo. There goes $70, right? So risk management's a huge part. But yeah, entry was 0.79 of the 1 minute, 0.79 of the 5 minute, 0.79 of the 15, 0.79 of the 30 minute. We had a 30 minute open, and I think I targeted, I'm not going to lie, I think it was like a high of a 5 minute gap, and it was literally just $500. Simple as that. So yeah, that was the trade. It was pretty good RR, 8 RR, just about. Maybe this isn't right. I don't know where I don't know. You guys do the math. If I was risking $70, $80, made, actually, I don't even think it was, I think it was like 50. I don't know. Anyways, it was I think it was like 50 to $70, made 500. I think it was more around like a 10 R, to be honest. Anyways, yeah, I don't know when I closed this. But yeah, that was a trade. Pretty simple. You're like, oh, it's really that simple? Yeah, man, it's that simple. Anyways, let's go to the next level. This long that actually cooked, 0 drawdown. Again, if you guys weren't in the live or didn't take this trade with me, you can see right here. Sorry, I have to show proof. I know this industry's cooked, so I have to show proof. Oh yeah, I know you guys might not have saw my email. There's the email. I took this last night at 10:30. You can see my beautiful, beautiful face right there. And yeah, I was pretty pissed, you could tell. Anyways, let me go to the general, find when I called this. Yeah, 699.5. Oh, wait. No, that was the loss. I'll break that down. Okay, wait, let me actually mark out the loss real quick. 692.6. I know this got ran through. 692.6. Right there. And then the long that played, holy bottom tick, you're the go. He's the market maker. I love y'all, bro. For the people, okay, one thing I'm gonna say though is some people in the Discord, I know it just comes with trading and taking, hearing my signals and taking them, but if you're gonna dick ride when I take a win, don't be a fucking hater when I take a loss, because there's a certain someone, I'm not gonna call anyone out, that took this call out and cooked. But last week on my one losing day, I took a loss, and they literally they were pissed at me. They're like, "Fuck you, Trent. What the fuck? I'm down this much." First off, you're taking my fucking signals, so you could suck it. Second off, don't dick ride on wins and be a hater on losses. It's trading. What do you expect me to be 100%? No one's perfect in this game. Damn. Anyways, sorry about that. I just had a vent. Or was the long? Oh yeah, right here. 696.9. 690. Was that GC or MGC? I forget if I took a mini. Oh yeah, it was GC. 696.9 on GC. I took one mini here. I was up a band at a point per account. Let me just delete all these. Oops. 696.9. 696.9 right here. Okay. Yeah, so here's my execution. I'm going to break down the confluences for this trade. I think it was somewhere around a 2.SO. And then I remember I was a little upset about this. 706 was TP1, and I was holding to this high. But TP1 was beautifully smacked, as you can see. So with this trade, yeah, so 696.9, there's the execution, or there's like the level. Here's like, I said this at 720. 720 was right here when we were at 705, just to keep it in retrospect, not bullshitting, to make that very clear for everybody. Yeah, 2.3 SL, risking 230. Okay, let's break down the trade now. This is gonna have to refresh my memory. Okay, so my aspect, or like my view on the market in this sense. I wanted to get in shorts, by the way. I had a short level that got edged up here. Let me break this down real quick. So here's our daily open. Mark that in blue. And then our level was purple, and then our TP1 we'll put as, a green. Cool. And then we'll put our full TP was this green. Okay? That was the aspect of the trade. My viewpoint of this trade was our 4-hour open, which is at 7 p.m., which you can see. We had our 7 p.m. open right here. All right, 7 p.m. This is our 4-hour open, which hit daily and then distributed. That was a beautiful fucking short. Anyways, I wanted to see our 4 p.m. manipulate, or no, our new 4-hour manipulate, take the low of this range, because we were kind of just consolidating throughout Asia, and even our true Asia open in like a 20-point range. I knew our draws were previous day low. I don't care. I'm still gonna long before that. That's how I work. And I wanted to short this 711, my TP as well. Anyways, my thought process was the 4-hour was gonna manipulate, take previous 4-hour low, respect my level, and then either hit this 411, distribute lower, take previous day low, or go from, and I said this all in my live, hit my entry, take the high of this range, hit my 733 level, which was up here, and then push down and take PDL. I was wrong. Happens. Trade was still a winner. Cool. So yeah, let's break down the trade. So that was my thought process through it. You can see our 7 p.m.s right here. Right, so this is our open. My first thought process again was the low of our range, which was these two lows, right? Break the low of our range, and I believe it was as simple as, no, it was OTE of this 4-hour. Yeah, it was 696.9. So yeah, it was just about 0.62 of our 4-hour, what's it called? 4-hour rejection block. Just about, I know it was about CE of our daily, which was our draw. I get that. Stop telling me. And then, see, the reason I took this is hourly looked too good. too good. You could see, yeah, 0.62 of our hourly aligned with our 4 hours. So we had daily, 4 hour hourly alignment. We had 30-minute alignment, which this is our presented 30-minute off of a sweep, which we had 0.62 as well. And then we had a 15-minute, oh, I can't really talk about that. And then we had a 5-minute CE, which the 5-minute and the 1 minute was the entry point. We had 5-minute CE right here at 696.9. And if we go all the way to the 1 minute, right here, it's also a change in the state. We had a 1 minute RB with an internal 1 minute low, and my stop was based off literally as simple as this. We had a 1 minute fair value gap that we respected. And where was my stop? The 1 minute low. 2.3 stop, right? It should have been a 2.2. I'm an idiot, but stop loss was literally at that 1 minute low. Yeah, 2.3. Exactly what I said, right? On the Discord, I quoted that. Literally at the 1 minute low. That's as simple as it was. What else was it? Oh, let's look at our range. OTE. We're in a premium, or no, we're in a discount now. 705. Now, why didn't I take 705? I wanted the CE of the 5 and the 1 minute, and I wanted the internal 1 minute low. If I could have took this, but again, I would have needed a extra $100 stop. You don't want that. I go for precision. It's precision, baby. And then yeah, that's how this as simple as that, bro. There's a few things I didn't talk about, but you understand the gist of that. So yeah, that was the trade. Really good execution. I think we went into, I was in a mini. Yeah, I was $10 of drawdown, and at a point I was in $900 of profit, $930 of profit. So actually, we didn't even go in 10 points of drawdown. That's actually insane. Holy fucking precision. Yeah, that was the gisterini of this. What is that RR? 93. God, I'm the best. I'm joking. Anyways, yeah, so that was the long. Pretty simple. The second long, which was, I took my, okay, so keep in mind, I took a mini on this. I got stopped in like 500, I think it was just about $600 of profit, because I didn't want to see the 30-minute flip, which is all based about discretion and experience, right? Holy shit. I knew, oh, speak of the devil. If you guys are still here from the beginning, my fucking goat. Hold up. Ludes, I'm so proud of you, buddy. Look at that, bro. Fucking schmecksy. Was that a 5K balance? Just about. Oh yeah, he does have a 5K balance. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyways, let's get back down to this. What was I talking about? Oh, 30-minute open tier. We had a previous day low. When I see these mid time frame opens, I like to see it go against my bias, right? So I'm still short bias when I take a long. Don't care. And 30-minute open bullish. So what's my thought process on this? We're gonna hit a POI and the 30-minute could flip. So I trail at this TP1. And what ended up happening? 730, tapped the 706, and the 30-minute flipped and dumped, right? Boom. Now you understand. Now you comprehend how I manage with time. Beautiful. Second level, the one loss. So those were the two wins. First win was like 600. Second win was like 500. So I should be up 1100. However, we took a loss. It was like 170. Risk management at key right here. The loss was at, let me see. If you're feeling greedy, so I'm already keeping you guys in a risk management mindset. You don't need to take this trade. You already took a dub. 693.5 GC long. Wait, and then I think I fixed that. I remember that being the wrong entry. Wrong level, yeah. 692.6. I took this on the MGC as well. So I took a mini on the first trade. Second trade, I took 5 micros. Third trade, I took 4 micros. So the second trade was 692.6, which is right here. Beautiful. Let me figure out what this was off of. Okay. And this was I believe I give this a bit of room, like a 3-point SL. 3-point SL. Trent, you're so goated. Again, if you guys are going to, show love on both ends. Show love on the winners, show love on the losses. That's all I ask. Boom. And yeah, I know we got stopped in this like 1 minute candle, which cooked us. And then my draw was the same draw here, right? This was going to hold. It was going to be a soup, bada beam, bada boop. And then we're going to distribute off that 11 level. Okay, so it's all in the same time frame. I know this was CE of the daily. I know that. So, oh no, okay, it was a bit under CE of the daily. Let's actually figure out what this is off of. 4 hour, I know I'm still trading off the same POI and the same confluences. Okay, yeah, so we had a bit under 705 of our 4 hour RB. We had our same thing, alignment with our hourly RB. Same thing with the 30. Oh wait, no, I know the 30 was actually, I think the 30 might have been the entry point. Yeah, it was just about 690.705 of the 30 minute. Oopsies. 15 minute body low. All right, I know we ended up actually cooking on the CE of this for a bit. It doesn't look like that on the 15 minute, but on the low time frame it was. And then body low the 5 minute. And then I know it was OTE. I think this actually might have been 0.79 of this leg. Yeah, the entry point was 0.79 of this leg with all of those confluence I broke down. So this is the deepest I wanted to see price go. My idea was a soup and then a push up to my original TP, which was 711.1. And it was a loss. So those were the trades of the night. 2 wins, 1 loss, ending my comeback 7 for 9 and a payout across 5 accounts. So let me know if y'all got questions. I know this video is kind of long. If you guys got questions, concerns, DMs are always open. Reach out. I answer everyone's DMs. At me in general. Comment on the video. Anything like that. Other than that, appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all for class on Sunday. Later.